You know, assuming I have someone in front of me suffering from a cardiac arrest, what can I do to save that person's life?
I mean, there's the ABC, which is the mantra of saving people's lives. Emergencies have always been ABC and it's never changed. Everything is ABC. Primary education was ABC. So A is airway. For example, if you ask me, can you hear me? And I say yes. For me to say yes, it means that my airway is working. So the first thing you do is, if somebody has had a cardiac arrest, the first thing you need to do is you have to look around you to be sure that you're safe to go near the person. The person may have just had an electric shock, you don't know. So if you just go near the person and touch them, you could get shocked and you could die too. Maybe they've fallen and their leg is touching water, and that water is linked to some electric wires or something. So you have to scan the area very quickly to be sure that you're safe to approach that person. And then the next thing you want to do is you want to check the airway. So you shake the person and you say, are you all right? Can you hear me? And they say, I can hear you. Yeah, I'm okay. That person has said something, and you know that by just answering you, the airway is okay. The next thing you want to do is you want to check if the person is breathing. We'll talk about that in a moment, but the next thing is first A is airway, B is breathing. You want to, I mean, before COVID, that was something we did very quickly, but with COVID, we're now a bit more cautious. Before you kind of take your face near the person's face, you put your cheek, you want to see whether they are breathing. So the chest rises and falls. You want to put your cheek near their nose to see whether you can feel breath coming through them. So that's the next one, B. And then the third one is you feel their pulse, whether you can, you check the carotid to see whether you can feel. So it's A, B, C. A for airway, B for breathing, C for circulation. And that's just every kind of emergency situation you meet is airway, breathing, circulation. And there's D and E, which is something else. But remember, it's A, B, C, airway, breathing, circulation. You ask for help. So that's just the next thing you do. So if the person, for example, is breathing, you don't need to begin to ask for help or dial 999 if you're in the UK, 911 if you're in America, depending on whatever the emergency code is. If you're in Nigeria, you begin to look for a way to move the person because there's no such service really in most places. So it's A, B, C, airway, breathing, circulation.
Okay. I mean, thank you very much for that. But I'm just wondering, and I'm very particular about home, about Nigeria, because you said that in Nigeria, we have no such, well, we do have, like people who live in Lagos, for example, we have the emergency response, but of course we know that Lagos traffic, before the ambulance gets to somebody's house, it takes forever. And so in a space of time where there is no ambulance, what can I do to save that person? Is there anything I can do?
Oh, definitely. The key thing is that if, for example, you've checked it and the person is not responding at all, and you check if they are breathing and they are not breathing, and then you check and there is no sign of circulation, you have to start what is called, we all know, CPR immediately, because the next 10 minutes are the most vital 10 minutes.